Hello, Reckoning7 and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3 as we continue with our Spanish playthrough. And yes, we continue the war where ourselves and our French allies are tangling with the Italians and the Americans. And last time we did narrowly escape in a fairly large-scale fleet battle, probably the biggest battle we've ever taken part in. But we did lose Vitruvion to, I don't know why I put a French accent on for that, but anyway, the turret flash fire, which was deeply upsetting, but these things do happen. And I believe I don't believe, I know, this is the first ship we've actually lost, discounting a handful of destroyers, but in fact they were sunk in the same battle. So this is the first ship losses we've suffered this war, which is quite unusual. But that was a small dent in otherwise sterling war, and as you see we're still almost 10,000 victory points to the good. So I am keen, probably sooner rather than later, to bring this war to a successful conclusion, and then we can look at revitalising some of our fleet. You can see here we're starting to get some of the obsolete flags on our vessels, and even the older ones, which are seeing kind of 10 years plus of service, are starting to get defects, and you see here where they're losing some speed. And that doesn't go away unless you refit all their machinery, which is rather expensive and something I don't tend to do very often. It may just be time to scrap some of these and look to try and modernise our navy a little bit. And I suppose maybe sinking Vitruvion is a very militant way of doing that. I don't want to look at it like that. That's a poor way of doing it. Anyway, just recap in terms of things we want from this war. There is nowhere we can invade. So again, our main goal is just to take their Chinese holdings, and then we'll see maybe what bits and pieces we can nab on top of that, depending on how good a war score we get. Italy is currently blockaded, thanks primarily to our ally France, and obviously America is just hanging out and is fine, and we don't really have any threats anywhere. We're dueling it out in the Mediterranean at the minute. So we shall just move on and we'll see what we get. Is there anything else I need to discuss? I don't think so. One thing we have to look at some point is our doctrines, and if we want to move into torpedo doctrine at some point, which I would like to do. Maybe not yet, maybe more of a 1910 mark we might drop, maybe even damage control and move gunnery and torpedoes. I like gunnery as a focus, but we'll see. Anyway, problems for the future. This is a cruiser battle against the USA, which we have done very well so far. It's an unexpected battle. We have 6 heavies and 5 lights in the area. They have 10 heavies and 1 light in the area. Let's see what the battle general throws us. We have got a lot of them. So we've got 5 of our heavies, 3 of our lights, and so 6 heavies, 3 lights. So we've got our Neptuno class here. So these are our newish light cruisers, which I think they're pretty reasonable ships for this timeline. Pretty slow in the grand scheme of things, but kind of fast for current navies. So we are 22 knot max speed, but you can see our speed limited to 20 knots by weather, so we aren't going to be able to take advantage of that. Apart from that, we've got these are older heavy cruisers. I think some of these must be our newer ones as well. No, and these are very old ones and our new-ish ones, which again, reasonable firepower, not so great on the defense. Okay, so we're all chugging along at 20 knots. We should see the enemy essentially straight away. It is terrible weather, a bit light rain, foggy, and a bit of a storm. We are, it's 8 hours till dusk, so that shouldn't be a factor. So for these unexpected battles, you essentially run into the enemy straight away before you get control. There we go. Oh, that's an interesting place for them to have turned up. Okay, Catalina, let's go straight to max -2. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to do the same for all you fine gentlemen. I'm going to have to turn back. I was having a quick look over at our officer corps before I started recording, because I've noticed that a number of our named individuals have kind of disappeared from their roles, and it's because they've ranked out and they've become rear admirals. And I know I did tweak that before, but I think given we're essentially at the end of this war, what I might do is just leave things where they are for just now, and then at the start of the next war, I'll either, a bunch of people will probably have retired by that point, and I'll just rename a whole troop of new officers so we get our usual names back. Okay, we are up against a Giuseppe Garibaldi class, which I think we've sunk a fair chunk of these. Yeah, 4,400 tons. Absolutely nothing to write home about. My Catalunya could happily take that on, barring some, lucky shots here and there, which are always possible. But she won't be able to outrun us. And is there any other supporting ships? We need to keep with her, because although she can't outrun us, she just legs it. We may struggle to close the gap because of the sea state limiting everyone's at 20 knots. Although your max speed is 18. So we should be able to catch that, because we are currently chugging along nicely at 19 knots. Okay, and I'll bring my lights in. I think they can rake it with 6-inch shells, which will generally upset it. Oh yeah, you guys, your speed is terrible these days. Yeah, these heavy cruisers need to go at the end of this war. Okay. I mean, we could look to maybe look at... I suppose potentially we could replace their machinery and turn them into some kind of colonial-esque fleets. I don't know, that might be an interesting discussion for post-war. But anyway, I should focus on this first battle. So yeah, great firing here from our light cruisers. You can see 2 hits last time, 3 hits this time. A smattering of both 6 inches and 4 inches. I mean, at this range, you're going to be we're going to be punching through their belt armor. At least I would assume so. We can have a quick squiz. We are sitting at 1,500 yards. We are using quality -1. So yeah, we're punching through loads. So like 7 inches maybe. And even our 4 inches, a closer run thing, maybe punching through at this stage. Might not be quite there. Either way, enough to cause a large amount of damage. Might even get our torpedoes away if the light cruisers are feeling particularly plucky. I mean, this looks like an ideal torpedo circumstance. You're, in front of the ship, essentially going pretty much parallel. As I said, although we're in captain's mode, I'm not going to manually fire torpedoes from anything that's not my flag division. Oh, I saw one flip out there. That's a good job. Are you about to ram me again? That would be disappointing. Okay, no, we got away without the ram, which is good. Continue to rake her with fire, and she's going to sail towards my trailing heavy cruisers. Although, to be honest, it might be a damaged... Either that's a very quick turnaround, or it's a damaged rudder. Oh, no, it is a turnaround. Fair play. We'll see if we can't get in front of her. Hopefully we can do enough to slow her down. Yeah, you're going to turn around as well. I think this is just us kind of circling and picking her off at this stage. 7-inch hit, 4-inch hit. This is pretty good. Still only reporting light damage. Again, we've talked about how much punishment it takes to actually sink a ship at this stage of development. That's why we do like to try and, if you can wind them enough to get into a torpedo range, and she's really going quite slowly now. Oh, that looked like a big hit. She's now on fire, raked there from a Neptuno. And she's dead in the water. Good. She is not going to recover that, but why don't we double back just to check? Unidentified ship. What could it possibly be? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, there's more of them. Just got a little bit interesting. Right, you pull north. Wow, look at the vision range on this, presumably due to the terrible weather. What are we dealing with here? Whole bunch. I'm assuming these are American heavy cruisers. There's a Charlotte class. Yeah, pretty good. Slightly heavier armored than our newest ones, but slightly less armed. But a reasonable threat. And okay, whoa! I panicked there for a minute. That's fine. So we have finally put a torpedo in her as we sail past. There's a reasonable number of them. Wonder if they're going to stick around. I'm willing to pick a fight here. Ain't afraid of no yank at the minute. Just in case you can crash into that. Do you want to say, stop shooting it, it's dead. I don't know where the Yankees have gone. Running scared, I presume. Alright. Time the clock. We've got quite a lot of time, but I think this is probably going to be it, because with no clear target in sight, I vote to sail home, which is this way, and it's a long way, so how about I just put a cut in here, and I'll see you guys at the end screen, or if I bump into the Americans. And there we have it. The Americans took their 5 heavy cruisers, and no, it's mine, took their 6 heavy cruisers, and their 1 light, and 11 destroyers, really? And just went home. I'm interested to see where they were. So there we go. Let's have a quick squiz at ship details. Well, it's fun to look at these. The Carlo Alberto. Oh man, look at that. That's a lot of hits. Now, a bunch of these will be after she was already going down. But yeah, it seems to be a lot of work there from a light cruiser, so a lot of heavy cruisers get involved. A good team effort. Yeah, and I just want to have a quick look at the... Go for all ships. So this is the Americans, and do have a destroyer flotilla? And that's where their heavy cruiser and their light is. And they were kind of in the area. Interesting. Okay. Marginal victory, I think that's fair. France is going to sell us... This is slightly awkward. I pretty much always buy technology. Because even if it's technology you don't want, if you have it, then your scientists don't waste time researching it and are therefore researching something else. How are we technologically? We are also behind technologically. So I would say... Yes, please. It is going to put us into the red. As you can see here. Oh. Ha, we've just jumped from 300 to 500. Excellent. But we can get that back when I tweak our balance in a minute. In the Battle of the Mediterranean between the French and Italian navies, the French ship Le Trude has been sunk, and Italy has lost the Francesco Ferrucci and the Benedetto Brin. Good work, France. How's the rating going? We've sunk 3, they've sunk... What tells you down here? 10. Okay. Still at 3? Still at 3. So, manageable unrest. Things definitely going in our favour. Money's what we need to sort. So I'm probably going to take... how many do we need to stop? 2, really. Probably 3 for a month. So let's keep the namesake of the class. We're going to halt. I do. That will... okay, we'll halt again. Okay, just for 1 month, because I want to get completely out of the red, because otherwise you'll take penalties for prestige, which isn't... It's not the worst thing in the world. But it seems like right to adjust it when we can. Okay, onwards. Fine, we'll fight it. It might involve us running away. The Galicia, who's got a turn of pace of 21 knots. That's okay. We could definitely be outpaced by some bits and pieces. Commanded by Orasti. We are quite far from home. Okay. And 5 hours. So I'm going to start by turning in this direction. If need be, I may want to run due north. She's also turned. Crank up our speed a little bit. And we're saying light cruiser. Give me some more details, please, and we'll see if we want to fight it. Or not. We're saying Pueblo class heavy cruiser. That's terrifying. What max? What are you? 21 knots. So theoretically, she shouldn't be able to close on me. And it's going to be a bit of a mad run. Might see if we can use some of these islands to our benefit. This could be vaguely interesting. Let's go... This way? Yeah, this way. It's not function only used. Let's kick up the speed and we'll just run it and see if we can get away. The only thing we really have to worry about here is tiring of our stokers or fouling of our grills. We're running out of fuel. And we're just going to run into it until the night comes, essentially. We will be thwarted from our hunt. We will not be sunk. Now we could try, and we do need to... Let's try and cut around this island. See if we can lose them pre-dusk. Okay, and in the dark. Alright, so in the end, not a problem in the slightest. Okay, cool. I'll take that. New docks. Excellent. Fine. What's happening now? The French lose a heavy cruiser, and Italy lose another pre-dreadnought, the Dante Alighieri. Yeah, looks like the Americans are setting up their patrols. We've been thwarted a bunch. They aren't. No, they are doing a little bit. We lost 4 merchants in the end. That's fine. In fact, the Galicia still managed to sink 3 despite being thwarted a couple of times. We'll take that. Thank you, France. And we, yeah, keep with about 10,000 VP advantage. Money is now coming in. So we should be able to resume construction of 3 of them, especially if we're not expanding our dockyards. Yeah, that works for me. And then we'll probably go back to expanding our dockyards after these ones have been built. Good. I'm definitely at the point where I feel done with this war. You know, I would definitely like to get something out of it, but I feel like we've got the kind of tactical joy about all the ships we've got, and I've got that kind of, you know, burning desire to design new ones and upgrade our fleet. So we shall see. But it's not done yet. Yeah, this one it could be challenging. I'm going to accept it because France is our ally. We have a nice friendly port super close. And generally speaking, if you accept it and then run away, the penalty is nowhere near as severe as if you take the decline option in the battle generator, which is like, so it was 700 VP, I think. So we've got our little destroyer flotillas. As presumably that is a French one. Le Terror. Oh no, that's mine. Why are you not in the formations? Because I have 2 destroyer divisions. I guess the battle generator doesn't have to follow your division designers, but okay. Right, let's 12 knots is fine. We've got 2 of our pre-dreadnoughts. And these are the 10,000 ton ones, okay? Max speed 60, so slow. Right, we'll go in and we'll see if we can find some ships. We'll have a view of what Italians are rallied against us. Contending us, that was the word I was trying to get out. Feeling that we're just going to put about and try and sink some corvettes and things. Now we do need to be over 500 tons. That does include usually transports. And of course warships. Okay, let's see how big a force is arrayed against us. Okay, that seems alright. It's getting a little bit bigger. Yeah, no, this seems excessive. So what I'd like to do, which may be beyond us, to try and pull this fight down towards our port so we can duck home. There's a couple of heavy cruisers. Now they're definitely going to have the speed on us. Oh, and they are being led by the Chao Dulio, which is not that scary. It's just numbers they've got here we got to worry about. Let's see if we can't kind of pull our way south a little bit, and then we'll try a bit of an engagement. And if things don't go in our particular favour, we can always retreat into port. Or try and, you know, pick on something which has been exposed. Okay, we're heading towards our own port. This is good. Let's crank up speed another knot. I'm gonna have to borrow you gentlemen. To try and convince the Silica to leave us alone. Just for just now. Just allow us to have a little bit more room. Or... yeah, there we go. That is absolutely your job. Excellent. Hopefully you get here okay. Good. Right, now we're at this headland. I think I'm willing to give a little bit of a scrap. Let's quickly check that destroyer flotilla, see if anyone needs to be sent home. How you doing? Because let's be honest, you can't take much in the way of hits. Oh, you're fine. Okay, good. Let's put you guys back onto AI. Let's see if we can't entice them in. Oh, is that dusk? That's the kind of thing I should have checked. Okay. Alright, let's give it a little bit of a brawl. Now, Basilica. It's not Basilica. Sicilia? Yeah, that looks very like your other one. Ciaudalio. I'm happy to have a little bit of a fight with that, to be perfectly honest. Gotta watch out for these destroyers though, don't get too close to them. We'll go toe to toe for a little bit. We're landing some big hits on Sicilia, and some little hits on their destroyer. Now he will be able to essentially say, I don't like this, and pull away, protected by his larger force. Oh. Looks like we've just cost him a destroyer though. Now the real question is, do we want to, that's about half our time, try and go meander and find some transports? And I think the answer is no. That looks like it's the heavy cruisers. Can I launch torpedoes at these ships in the night? You know what? I will take it. Just stick them in the water, see what comes. I suspect this is going to be our last hurrah. Let's see if we can't ping anything. What a turn by the AI. Classic. As soon as you launch torpedoes, they're like, nope, see you later. That actually looks like that was destroyers, so I may count myself fortunate there. Not to be on the return end of that. I thought it was a heavy cruiser line. So we won't get our 2 ships over 500 tons because these destroyers won't be over 500 tons. But I'm going to call that a fine day's work. A coastal raid, it was thwarted, but we inflicted some losses. We can sell that to Admiralty, I'm sure. Done. Victor, oh, we did get the win. I'm surprised by that, actually. Points of damage to enemy ships, 63,688. We didn't get that. Ah, but they only get, so it's not an even Steven. So we get 16,000 if we complete the objective. They only got 2,400 for surviving merchants. So we did win. Sweet. I mean, it's a toty little affair, but, you know, 100 victory points. Keeps the pressure on them. In fact, they're blockaded. It's a race against time for Italy. Eventually, they're just going to collapse. Okay, I don't think there's any changes, so onwards and upwards. A cruiser battle, okay. You don't have any cruisers. Interesting. These are 3 new ones? Yeah, 3 new cruisers. Do we have any named people on these days? Yeah, we've got the Cerveza on the Emperor Carlos V. We've got Aventurado and Venta Baja. Great. Hello, unknown ship. Where are we in the world? Oh, it's night time. I feel like this is going to be an absolute non-event. We'll sail south. We'll see what it is, but it may just be a slip into the night time. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Non-event, non-event. Never mind. I'm not going knife fighting in the dark. It's an easy way for you to take a torpedo midships. Can be fun if you've got some destroyer flotillas just to throw them in the general direction of the enemy and see what sticks. But not here. Don't want to risk a cruiser for that. That would have been quite an interesting fight, actually. Oh well, never mind, never mind. But once time is on our side. Okay. As much as I say I'm tired of this war and want peace, I still want to take as much as I want from it. So we're going to be fairly hawkish, because I have a feeling Italy's getting towards our last legs here. Not quite there, okay? But that's fine. We will keep going. She's continually blockaded, so her unrest is just going up and up and up. I don't think there's a way to view country's unrest. I don't think so anyway. For education, oil, Summary, yeah, no. Research. I wish there was a way you could get an indication of, and it may be, and I'm unaware of it, but an indication of what their current unrest levels are. So I know obviously if you look at the relations one, it tells you euros in the corner. And I do have to be careful about pulling other people into this war. I don't think it's in the intel reports. To be honest, I should read these, but I barely do. Anything there? Not ahead of us. 8-inch battery. Stopped due to financial difficulties. Fine, but we've done similar. Yeah, okay. Nothing there about unrest. I'll take this one. Oh, I will take this one. Where have all your dreadnoughts gone? Dreadnoughts. Can't wait till I get to the dreadnought era. I can stop referring to things wrongly. Ships. Where have all your ships gone? Okay, we've got lovely French heavy cruisers, which have done good work for us. So, and I do like this design. I would have preferred it with an 8-inch, but it's been reasonable. Okay, Avanti. We won't know exactly where they are. You guys, when you kick up as your cruise speed, okay. Do I want to send you out in a line? Don't know actually. Might get this division to. I don't want you to patrol. Well, let's at least go line abreast. I'll maybe get you guys to do the same. Put you on to scout. Search line. Just until we kind of know what's going on. We'll keep you guys kind of circling at the back. How are we doing for time? 2 hours. Okay. Now these can be vaguely interesting because obviously they have a certain target to attack, and so you can't just sail away, you do have to defend it. I like the way the destroyers seem to have kind of spread themselves out alongside the supporting heavy cruisers. That's quite nice. Hello? Aha. Hello. Right, I'll keep you guys in your current formation, just in a bit of information gathering phase. What are we up against? A single heavy cruiser? No, here we go. Main battle line spotted, looks like three dreadnoughts maybe? 3 battleships. Could be more heavy cruisers, we shall see. Let's pump you guys up a little bit. Actually, let's keep you at 12 knots for just now. to keep our forces kind of seeing if we can't screen a little bit more, get some more info, but stay out of a fight. It might be difficult because we don't have great control over this bottom ship. But not to do silly things. The Goto class. Oh, there's more ships here than I gave credit for. Okay. Problem is I'm now sailing at the same speed as my heavy line. Oh, actually, let's turn around and see if we can't pull them back. Oh, they are coming this way now. Okay. Since we're getting into night time knife fight territory, let's go line ahead. Let's go independent. Okie dokie. I'll put you guys back onto... You're in line ahead. That's probably fine. My aim here is just to pull their forces back towards my main line. Or we can give them a little bit of what for. Right, and I'm going to have you come across them. Put up, oh, just the night falls, okay. Right, let's get you up to your fighting speed, so as it were. Now you are probably a destroyer, or maybe not. Maybe not indeed, okay. The madness has started. I dare say we may lose some destroyers here. But that's okay. What speed are you going at, Edgar? You should probably kick up things as well a little bit. Yeah. 18's probably acceptable. That's a light cruiser you're currently being up. Okay. It looks like she's had some rudder damage. Victor Hugo is supporting. That all seems fine. Oh, getting absolutely lit up. Right, there's some heavier ships here we have to watch out about, but not too bad. Aye, I'm hit with a torpedo. Good work. I'm going to say that was probably the Voltigeur here. And I don't recognize that class name though. Are you new? I believe you are new. No, you're not new at all. I just 23 knots, got excited about it. I was like, oh, speed. Oh, interesting. 8 4-inch guns. Rubbish. Okay. But yeah, one torpedo at 5,000 tons. That should do most of the good work. Well, you haven't gone down yet. I'm not sure you guys are going to get here before while it matters. I'm just going to cut in behind her in case she still has some active torpedoes. Because, you know, dying ships can get a little bit aggressive sometimes. Now you've been split off. Why? No, head back north. Okay, we're losing one of our, French destroyer, I suspect. But again, pretty good work here from the French. I wonder if you'll reattach. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Looks like a light cruiser and 2 destroyers are gone already. Well, it's never ideal when the French have to do your fighting for you. It's not a great state of affairs, is it? Well, I'm going to guess you're a destroyer. Trying to hurtle torpedoes at me, I would suspect. What have we got up here? Your main battle line, which I would like to keep in touch with, because yeah, these fine gentlemen are on the way. I'm smelling blood in the water here. Oh, that's risky. We are fortunate these destroyers are falling fast. You guys head due north. Low again. One more minute. What have we got? I'm guessing this is the heavier ships, these potentially destroyers. You guys are not quite there yet. Okay. Yeah, let's maybe kind of twist and turn and don't get too close to the ironclads. Although some of them might be kind of... I don't know if we're quite semi-dreadnoughts yet. Have you got the large secondaries? No, you don't. You're still ironclad territory. Okay, and again, see the child Dulio is one I'm not too worried about. Not obviously from tangling with a heavy cruiser line, but if we can get our own ships involved, and let's maybe go squad max just so we can close the gap. And all the time we're kind of picking off the destroyers here and there. Okay, you seem to be charging my heavy cruiser line, which I'm going to say is a bold choice of activities. You guys are probably taking a bit of a beating. No. Well, one. Okay. French destroyers. Have you torpedoes left? Some of you do, some of you don't. We're going to go line ahead and we're going to set ourselves up. So if these guys continue in a straight line, we're going to get a chance to throw some torpedoes at them. That's not a chance you may take, but it's a chance you will be offered. Oh, that's not good. Someone has been injured. Oh, you've stopped moving. Okay, come on, destroyers. This is... You've got a battleship barely moving. This is it. This is prime time. And I know I've put you bow on. Oh, come on. Here's one. Oh, I didn't hit. I didn't hit either. I need to watch myself here. Oh, I can't believe they just got away with that. Are you a light cruiser? You are a light cruiser. This is dangerous territory for me then. Okay, things I want to do. You guys, I want you to head over this way and maybe launch a torpedo. You, I'm going to have to pull away. Let's not be silly here. Let's not risk our heavy ships for want of a light cruiser. Okay. You guys can go back onto AI control. A brave attempt, but one that failed. In fact, you can come down here and pick off the Chaldulio class, although she looks pretty dead in the water at this stage. Which I think has just been down to heavy cruiser gunnery. Which we will have to double check after the fact. But you guys can do a little sail pass and decide if you want to see how dead she is. Oh my god, she's launched a torpedo at us. I know, I was talking about how injured things can still throw torpedoes out, and I just thought she was too far gone. I thought she was far too far gone. Ah. Numencia. Blaze! Oh. Apologies, Capitan. One torpedo down she goes. Oof, oof. Ah, and way to turn a sterling victory into a marginal one. Still a victory. Yeah, she's already dead. Because of light cruisers and destroyers, etc. But one that could and should have been much better. And maybe still will be. Just don't waste all your torpedoes, lads. She's going down.
Okay, Frenchies are just going to do some, have been doing sterling work for them. We're going to get them to continue to do so. Okay, that's it's just our destroyers taking pot shots at a dying ship. Anger unleashed because of the fate of Numancia. What speed do we think they're going? Don't know. You guys finished picking on that thing yet? Not quite, okay. Guessed ammo, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to get you guys to go squad max. I need you to catch up to this fight. I'm not seeing many hits on the French heavy cruisers though. I'm weirdly okay with this picking a fight with these heavier ships. Oh, there's 2 hits there. Another hit on the Edgar Quinet, but not penetrating one. 3 more hits out in these battleships. And look, that one's now dying. These French heavy cruisers are machines. I mean, this is definitely credit to the French. So far, all we've done is sailed slowly past a sinking ship and got ourselves torpedoed. And I'm not sure that's the kind of thing you want to be gazetted for. Okay, let's learn our lesson. Let's keep a distance, let's slow down. Stay out of torpedo range. She's now stopped and is therefore a dead ship. Let's move on to target number 2. Oh, I saw a little torpedo come out of Jules Michelet. Credit to you. Okay, I'll happily throw some torpedoes at you. I didn't really look at that before I selected it. I'm not sure that was the greatest angle, to be perfectly honest. Alright, as long as we don't hit our own ship. No, that was a weird angle. Might be able to get a better one this minute. I don't really believe you, but okay. Okie dokie. Oh, you guys have found yourself another victim. Good stuff. Okay, here, surely the Munich has got a prime range there. There we go. Have some of that. And let's fire 2. You missed. You missed! Do you have an angle from the back? Ah. Can't believe you missed. Might get her with the aft one. Okay, here you go. She is barely moving. Aft torpedo, time to shine. She's not moving. Surely you hit. Oh, these blooming torpedoes. Hey, destroyer's got it done. Thank you. Okay, let's pick on this one last heavy cruiser and then might call that a day. This has been a pretty phenomenal little fight, even though we did suffer. Now, on a tonnage basis, I think these are the lighter of the Italian battleships, so it might not be, you know, a 3-to-1 in tonnage. But I definitely think we are coming out ahead. Although, as I said, the stars of the show are unfortunately the French. I have nothing against the French, except the fact they're not me. Come on. Just give up. Oh, Edgar Quinnet's on fire. Hang on. We have to be careful we don't get you sunk. On fire 3. Alright. I would rather save you, even though you're not my ship. I'm more interested in saving you than I'm in sinking the more of a Spanish. I'll see if my heavy ships can't get it done. We'll slow you guys down to a crawl. Hopefully you can put the fire out and slowly make your way home. Again, let's wheel about a little bit so we don't get torpedoed, because what kind of fool would get himself torpedoed here? Good, and I think that's going to call us a day. And there's our destroyer swarm, picking over the corpse of a downed ship. Right, good experience for them, nothing else. If not a little excessive. Alright, with that, let's go home. Ah, sad times. Yes, please. Yes. And, oh, there we have it. 3 of their battleships, 1 of their heavy cruisers, 2 of their light cruisers, 6 destroyers for the cost of 3 destroyers, and unfortunately the Numancia and brave Captain Blaze. Oh no, these are 10,000 tonners. I take that back. So okay, so that is well, there's 30,000 tons against 10. Not to mention another couple of heavies. Over there, what kind of? There's another 8. Yeah, so that was a very good day on even purely on a tonnage basis. I will take that. And on the plus side, it made some spice in our navy for our new ships. A major victory, another 5,000 VP gap, pushing us well ahead. Excellent, that was fantastic. We do get a little bit of news about Italy. It's not going well for them. They're trying to raid us. Our unrest has actually gone down, so winning major victories can lower your unrest, as your people are more likely to support the war effort because it's going so well. But if we go... we'll have a funeral with full state honours for you, Blaze, not to fear. Went down during a glorious victory. We'll gloss over the foolishness of how you actually got sunk, and we'll just concentrate on the sterling victory that it was part of. Alright, so it's time. We have to call this one to close. The war is still going on. I mean, we got through about 6 months there. We are getting there. It's got to end soon because Italy is probably going to collapse if she's not careful. I mean, her fleet must be absolutely decimated at this point. What do we rank she's got? Okay, 16. Still 16. Alright. I take it back. That's still quite a lot. I'm guessing it's a lot less than she started with, though. 15 heavy cruisers, 11 lights. Yeah, still reasonable. I mean, dwarfed compared to France, obviously. But look, our total numbers. We're just trying to play with the big boys right now. And thankfully, the US is essentially staying at home. Oh, where is it? Where's the US? Oh no, they've brought some forces down here. But that's it. They've not brought any over here, have they? No. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll call it there. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheerio.